Hey guys, this is Coach Hallie with the Iron Mobility Fitness channel, and today we have a full body mobility routine that you can do when you first wake up in the morning or maybe before your next training session. It's going to be about 15 minutes long. Let's get started. We're going to start with some neck cars. So I like to take a yoga block or a thick book or maybe a thick cushion and put it between my thighs. I'm going to stand up nice and tall, arms down by my side, and we're going to just bring the chin down to the center of our chest. And then we're going to trace along our collarbone to the right side, bringing the chin as close to the right shoulder as we can. Gently dip the right ear back toward the shoulder blade, and then turn your head directly to the right. Bring the nose up to the right top corner of your space. Sweep that nose all the way across to the left side like you're tracing a big rainbow in the sky. Look directly to the left, and then dip that left ear back toward the shoulder. Chin's going to reach toward that shoulder joint. Trace the collarbone all the way back to the center, and then we're just going to reverse it, going to the left now, sweeping gently across. Dip that ear back toward the shoulder blade. Look directly to the left side. Start to lift the nose up to the top left and sweep slowly across. Get to that right top corner, and then gaze goes directly to the right side. Dip that ear back toward the shoulder blade, and then chin reaches toward the shoulder joint. Trace the collarbone with your chin all the way back to the center of your chest. We're going to keep the yoga block in between our thighs and do a few scap cars. I'm just going to turn a little bit this way so you guys can see. Hands are going to be in fists. I'm going to start with protraction and depression, dropping my scaps down away from my ears. Then from there, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, glide them up as high as I can toward my ears, then protract and reach my fists forward, and then glide down. And let's just do two more in that direction. Squeezing back, gliding up, reaching forward, gliding down. Notice that my head and my rib cage are staying stable. My pelvis is staying stable. Just our scaps are moving through their full range of motion. And now we're just going to reverse it. So protract back forward, glide up as high as you can, retract, squeezing back, and then depress down away from your ears. And do two more in that direction. It's just like a boxy circle that we are doing here. Should feel really nice. Protract one more full rep, getting as much range of motion as you can. Remember to breathe as well. Awesome. You're just going to let those arms relax. Let's take the yoga block out, and we're going to come down onto hands and knees and go into some segmentation of our spine. So with our hands underneath our shoulders, knees directly under our hips, and we're going to curl the toes under toward our shins. Now I'm going to start in flexion of my spine, so rounding my tailbone down and letting my head and neck fully release. My rib cage is wrapping in and up toward the back of my body. We're going to start from the tailbone and slowly articulate into extension, imagining we could go one vertebrae at a time. It might be physically impossible to actually do that, but that is the visual that we are trying to achieve. Head comes up last, and then start from the tailbone again, going back into that full flexion. Keep breathing. One more full rep like that, leading and initiating with the tailbone. Trying to make this as smooth of a transition from flexion into extension, and then the extension back into flexion. We're going to get back into our full flexion of our spine, and then start at the head here for 2 reps, lifting our gaze up first, pulling that sternum through the shoulders, getting into T-spine extension. Rib cage will flare open, belly releases, tailbone lifts up last, and then chin comes down toward the chest first. Really really push away from the floor with those arms and shoulders. The rib cage draws in, tailbone slowly drops down, back into that full flexion. And one more rep leading with the head. You just take your time with it. Smooth like butter. Keep breathing. And chin comes back to the chest. We're going to get back to the full flexed position one more time. Awesome. And then from here, we're going to sit back on our heels. You can have your toes curled under or toes pointed back. And we're going to go into a shoulder car. So I'm going to protract. Think of pushing my chest away from the floor. I'm going to reach my working arm forward, externally rotate it as much as I can, cross it over my midline, abducting my shoulder, sweep that arm up into as much shoulder flexion as I can get. From here, we're going to internally rotate through the shoulder, sweep the arm back, keep internally rotating as I bring my arm behind me into shoulder extension. And I'm trying to keep my shoulder from dipping down toward my chest. Bring it down, take a breath, keep the internal rotation and extend the shoulder again. And then from here, I'm going to externally rotate through the shoulder joint, sweep the arm all the way back toward my ear, keep externally rotating, and then cross my midline and get that arm to come back down. Nice. And I'm just going to turn around for the other side. We're just doing one rep of this on each arm. My microphone moved. Okay. Here we go. Externally rotate through that shoulder, sweep across the midline, and then bring that arm all the way up into as much shoulder flexion as you can get. Internally rotate through the shoulder and start to reach that arm back. Keep internally rotating. My T-spine is staying squared off to the floor here. Lower the arm, take a breath, and now reverse it. Get into that shoulder extension. Then externally rotate through the shoulder as much as you can in the extension before you start to bring the arm back forward. Keep externally rotating. Bring the arm by your ear. Sweep it across toward your cheek. Awesome. And then we're going to move into some hip cars. We're going to do these in a standing position, actually. And if you have a kettlebell, you can add this in for a little bit of weighted stability. So, just going to move my watch real quick. Okay. Here we go. We're going to rack the kettlebell on our left side. That's going to be our standing leg. I'll actually turn this way so you guys can see my working legs hip. And I'm going to reach the opposite arm forward and protract through that scap. And I'm going to shift my weight onto my left leg. Toes are going to go up to my shin, and I'm going to bring that knee up as high as I can. From here, I'm going to sweep the leg out to the side, drop the knee down, start to internally rotate through the hip. Try to keep my pelvis in a slight posterior pelvic tilt so I'm not extending my back. Find that hamstring engagement here as I kick my heel back, bring the knee forward, take a breath, and we reverse it into that hip extension, then abduct, externally rotate, drive the knee up, bring it forward, and bring it down. One more full rep like that. Here we go. With that kettlebell racked, we are just adding in a little bit more of activation on the non-working side. That scap, lat, serratus has to really engage. And reverse the hip car. Get that knee up as high as you can here. Pull it forward and bring it down. Okay, and then we're just going to switch sides. So rack the kettlebell on your right side. Bring your left arm straight out in front of you. Protract your scap. Shift your weight over to your right leg. And here we go. Drive that knee up as high as you can. And sweep that leg out. Abducting as much as possible. Then drop the knee down. Sweep the heel back. You're internally rotating through your hip, driving back into as much hip extension as you can without the tailbone reaching up behind you. And now reverse it, drive back into that hip extension, and sweep the leg out to the side. You're gonna externally rotate through your hip as you bring the knee up, bring it in front of you again, and rest it down for a moment. One more full rep, here we go. Drive that leg up, toes to the shin, and sweep the leg out to the side. Drop the knee down, internally rotate, get that hip to extend. Feel that hammy. Take a breath, and reversing it. Drive back, kick back. And then lift up to the side. Externally rotate. Keep lifting it as you pull it in and bring it down. Nice. We're gonna just move the kettlebell off to the side. We're gonna go into some ankle cars to finish with this yoga block. So you can put the yoga block just under your ankle for support and just keep your hands up on your, my microphone twisted again, sorry about that. Okay, so you're just gonna keep your hands on your femur bone to help make sure that your upper leg's not moving. And we're gonna get the toes to dorsiflex, to the ankle to dorsiflex toward us. And we're gonna go big toe in toward the midline first. And just sweep down into plantar flexion there. And then we're in like a ballerina point through center. Sweep that pinky out to the side, kicking the heel forward as you pull the top of your foot back toward you. Bring the foot up again, and let's go again. One more rep in that direction. Getting as much range of motion as you can without the rest of your leg moving. We want to make sure we're really isolating our ankle. When you get to the top, just reverse it. Go pinky out to the side first. Press the ball of the foot down like a gas pedal. Point the toes, sweep through center. Now big toes gonna pull in toward the midline, basically sickling your foot, and then bring that big toe up and back toward you into that dorsiflexion again. And we're doing one more in that direction. Just getting that smooth rotation. Whew. I went on a run yesterday on the beach, and this feels really intense right now for my ankle and my calf. Feels good though. All right, and then just switch legs. Same thing, just starting in that nice tall posture, leg pretty much all the way straight. You can have a slight micro bend in your knee, but you wanna make sure that we're really keeping the upper leg stable here. Get as much dorsiflexion as you can first, and then go into that big toe, reaching toward the midline. Drive the ball of the foot down and forward, and then sweep slowly through that ballerina point. So pretty. Pinky toe reaches out to the side. Keep reaching it out to the side as you pull your foot back toward you, and then up through that center position. One more in that direction. Nice. Sweeping down through that plantar flexion. Oof, feel all of this working here on the side of your ankle and shin as you're pulling your foot back into that dorsiflexion. Get to the top center. And now reverse it, go pinky out away from the midline first. Press down smoothly into that plantar flexion, pointing the toes. Big toe goes all the way across toward your midline as far as you can reach it. Ooh, it might feel a little crampy in the arch of the foot. Pull back into that dorsiflexion, and one more rep in that direction. Here we go. Try not to go too fast. You want to go slow and intentional with all of these mobility cars. Woo. There we go. All right, guys, we went from head to toe, well, head to ankle, really. And next time we're going to be doing a kettlebell workout, so make sure to subscribe to the Iron Mobility Fitness channel for all your fitness needs. I'm Coach Hallie. Leave a comment and some feedback below if you have any. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have any requests for things that you'd like to do with us, if you'd like to learn any specific skills, make sure to leave that in a comment so we know what content you guys want to learn. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.